Alrighty. Kill the background. Is my desktop audio not on? Let me turn on my desktop audio. That would be silly. I'm just starting. I've been still constantly playing this game. I can't stop playing this game. And everything I read about the game has to mention the controversy around its launch, being that nothing was like scandalous necessarily, but that it was a game that was announced a long time ago, like 7 years. And then it's been slowly leaking, over that whole time. And then it gets pushed back like 6 months or 8 months or something when it first gets released. Now, coincidentally, I built this computer. I ordered this built computer, this high-powered, awesome thing that I love. And this game just happened to be coming out right at that same time. I really got this computer for video streaming and editing and other things. And this was all kind of planned before this game was kind of out. But I got it to test all this stuff because it's like... It integrates with your video card, which a lot of games do now, but like it's, there's ways to really test your capacity. And because I have a freshly built, high-powered PC, which is kind of the ideal platform, I think, for this game, I haven't had a lot of the issues that console players have had, or people with older PCs, or people on laptops and things, or whatever the issue is. I don't think I've but once maybe ever seen the game crash. And that's part of what I wanted with it. I wanted to see how bad it would get. Now, I just got a work email while I'm streaming. Can you imagine? Now, and the reason I was thinking about this is because, I just read the company's statement about their commitment to quality and working on it. Because part of the thing is that, there are probably people within the company that didn't want to release it until it was completely ready. And there are some, like, exploitive things that are in here that are totally broken that actually are a lot of fun. Like the duplicating thing you've seen me do on here before, where I make hundreds of copies of that painting, and then it kind of gives you access to money kind of infinitely, but without any kind of a cheat code or a hack or whatever, because I don't really like to get into sketchy stuff like that. It's just not... I just don't know enough about it. Like, I don't really do mods and stuff either. Yet, at least. Maybe I want to do that. But I've noticed that, I have this GeForce whatever 2080 Super graphics card, which is not the most contemporary, but is certainly still an upgraded part, right? I'd say maybe not a boutique component, but an upgraded component. I have no issues. And I have this new high, 4K monitor, 144 hertz or whatever they tell you to do, 1 millisecond refresh rate or something. I don't remember. But all that stuff they tell you. So I'm really having a positive experience with the game in here. Right now I'm just kind of... I was distracted because I was talking. But I'm still grinding to get up to level 50. And... oh my... And these little activities like this are really good for that. Trying to get up to level 54. This is my second playthrough. And it's a female corpo playthrough, and I'm just making opposite decisions that I made in the other one because I saw some ending options and stuff that I had locked myself out of. So I also wanted... I hope she's not too loud. I also wanted to just experience the whole game. I've spent $60 on it or whatever it was, so I really like to play a game into the ground. I did that with all the Far Cry series, all Grand Theft Auto, big franchises like that. If I'm going to spend money on it, I like to play it absolutely into the floor. Just I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. I'm really grinding XP. It's been a big part of my streaming content lately because it's a laborious process, but it's also a lot of fun. Laborious. Is that the word? Is that a word? Oh my god, was that all stealthy? You don't just see that. You don't just come up. That synapsis burnout or whatever they call it, the thing that slows it down. Really clutched up. I upgraded something, I think, but I forgot what exactly. Anyway, so this is what I'm saying. I'm still... I spend a couple hours in this game a day, and I'm still absolutely fascinated by the depth and a lot of the different mechanics and just the content of the game in general, totally separate from the story. And the main story mission is supposed to be like 30 hours long or something. So just doing the extra stuff, I'm still getting all this playthrough out of it. And I'm a grown man. Like I need to be intellectually stimulated and challenged in some way. And so even with all my experience in the game now, where I know exactly how to exploit things like armor and the financials of the universe in the game, I still have battles that I get punched out of. I still have frustrations, and like this is a really okay. Here we go. We're just gonna light them up. How about that, honey? And there's just different even missions that I'm repeating because to get certain things or whatever. There's different ways to do them. There's completely different outcomes. There was one really difficult battle in a side mission I did the first time around. The second time around, I just talked to the guy. There was no combat at all because of the different way I approached the whole segment of that mission leading up to it or whatever. I'm like, what? So, and I'm finding a lot of opportunities like that in this second playthrough. And again, I talked about this on my podcast, but this game kind of reminds me of, if any of you were around for Enter the Matrix, which came out when the second or third Matrix movie came out, and they kind of rushed it. It was kind of one of those things where like, well, we'd really like to delay it, but people don't want to wait any longer because whatever, that's not popular for people to be pre-ordering a game and then to delay the release, even if it means you're going to get a better game. People don't want to sacrifice the access for the experience. It's hard. It's hard to get a whole marketplace of people to do that, right? And so that was and that game had a lot of bugs. And it had some bugs that kind of made the game less fun than it could be. I mean, imagine something and I almost feel like this game has a lot of ties to that obvious homages and whatnot, but it's also got a lot of the same problems, which is funny, right? So they're not connected. And Enter the Matrix had some problems where, like this one does, with some of the driving mechanics or just certain animations being messed up. But it also had, like, cinema quality footage with real actors that I don't remember from any of the movies that was in the game as cutscenes. So it was groundbreaking, and it was really breaching that gap between the film and the movie. But it wasn't very clean. You know what I mean? And they relaunched Tomb Raider, one of the 19 times they did that, after the big movies came out. And the copy I bought, like spent full price on at the store, kept glitching out so bad I couldn't progress in the story. I couldn't figure out, I don't remember exactly what we ended up doing, but like it was like that kind of an issue where they rush something out and they don't fix it. I don't feel like this is that bad compared to specifically like those two titles I'm thinking of. And it's, I don't feel like the stuff takes me out of the game enough to where I would, request a refund. However, I'm playing, I think, on a system that was more, that is more ideal for the, I can't talk and do these. It's more ideal for the game itself. Let's do this puzzle real quick so I could get back to talking. Where are these E9s, brother? Hook a girl up. Is that 1C? Okay, I got it. I mean, where do you see him doing it like that? You don't know anybody doing it like I'm doing it. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get the rest of those. But oh, girl. Oh, and I'm dead. Who knew? Who knew? Okay, moral of the story is wait. But yeah, so again, I've been streaming this game a couple times a week. I play it a lot. I told myself I would stream every time I play it, but that's a lot of time and bandwidth.
Is it you?
But it's still, I mean, so rich and so much fun, and I'm getting so into the crafting thing. And even with the exploits, it takes a lot of work, especially when you have ADHD like I do. Even if I'm using the duplicating thing to duplicate resources for crafting, that takes a long time. So I'm not doing that in a way that like I just have billions of everything. I run out of stuff. I run out of components every day. Still, just trying to upgrade stuff with me. Now I really should be holding out for level 50 and just craft good stuff then. But who has time? The world could end. Let's ping. Do a little pingy ping. Crowded out here. I don't think I have I still have, see, for example, even with these gold gorilla arms, I can't beat the last fight yet until I get to on my other account, I beat it, but I was or my other playthrough, not account, whatever. I beat it, but it was, I think, at level 50. So, like, I tried it at 35, I tried it at 40, I tried it wherever I am at now last night, and it's like, if he hits you, like, twice, you're done right now. And look, I mean... So it's still compelling, even with the imperfections. And it's still beautiful, even when your character is glitching out and T-posing naked on top of your car when you're trying to drive. It's still really, really pretty. The rest of everything is still so gorgeous. See, I could one-shot punch this guy, but for some reason the hand-to-hand combat for the main fight side mission is, like, so hard. So I'm not crazy. There's still challenges. It's still a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know what you want from people. Now, if you're playing it on PlayStation 4 and it's crashing and it's running like garbage and you felt like you were lied to about what it was going to look like on your system, different story. Totally different story. And there was like a PC threshold for me for like a long time. There was cool stuff that people were doing on PCs and I just never felt like I could spend the money or whatever. I have thousands of dollars in guitar pedals, but spending $2,000 on a totally OP PC didn't make any sense. I don't know, maybe because it was all at once. And, I'm kind of regretting that time lost, but I also was not investing in gaming at all, because I was trying to spend that time on other things. So, you got to space and grace. But, this playing experience has still been so compelling. I mean, I'm well over 200 hours doing a second playthrough. And that's the other thing, is like my real only critique for the entire Far Cry franchise, for example, was once you kind of hit a certain level of completion, there's just nothing to do. There's not even enemies to just fight anymore. Like, at least at Grand Theft Auto, you can go to war with the police, you do crazy stunts, you explore weird parts of the map. You do, like, I mean, almost how many years later, and people are still playing that game like crazy. People are still putting content on TikTok and YouTube of crazy things they're doing, not even in the online, which is obviously the real rich environment there, but just, that game is still so powerful and widely played, and it's that old, because, this is that rich. This is definitely, and as they're talking about with free DLCs coming out, not just to fix things, but also to add things. I think we're going to go to the moon at one point. There's been several allusions in-game to that. I think there's just a lot of, I don't think this is a game that is just one and done. Now, there's no online platform play at all, which is a weird choice because of how popular that is, but I don't know if there is in Skyrim either. And this is kind of really what this game is. It's kind of like if there was a techno remix to Skyrim set in the future. Because you have compelling combat, you have story stuff and side quests of all sorts, all these different sorts of abilities, like quick hacking kind of takes the place of like a magic or a witch doctor-y sort of a thing would in something like a medieval set fantasy game, or like a Game of Thrones, or like a Skyrim, or like a anything like a Lord of the Rings type of jazz. But it's so much fun. There's so much diversity. There's all this driving stuff I've never done. I've never done any of the car races. I'm just not as big into the driving thing as other people. And then, oh my God, every mission comes with tons of these shards of content. Like, I don't read any of them, but somebody wrote all this. Seemingly noble intentions will open the door to the universe, a home to all. So, and you pick these up everywhere. Sometimes they're related to the mission where you got to click on them and so your character, I guess, reads them, and they do things, and they correlate to, you find them on dead bodies, you find them in environments where you have missions. There's versions of them where they teach you how to do things, and these are just data shards, they call them. But all of this content, I mean, thousands of words, building out this rich story base. I think there's just so much more potential and so much more to be in awe of than there is to complain about. In my playing experience, is kind of the thought that brought me to open the game in the stream this morning. Now, see, here's the thing, though. Part of the reason why you don't see me streaming more often, even though I'm playing this every day, is because I do a lot of this stuff. I have to do a lot of... This isn't necessarily the most compelling. Now, the combat, I think, is great content. I think it's really fun to see. The missions and stuff, some of the driving, a lot of the stuff that's really pretty. Some of this stuff is so compelling and fun, and like, you'd think I get sick of these. But they grant you resources, and they're intellectually kind of stimulating in a way that's really nice. And they always yield some kind of, more stuff to read, more stuff to know. I don't really do a whole lot of that part. But, that's the literacy crisis we're facing as a nation. I'm only one man. If anything, I'm a victim here. So I'm not going to spend, time feeling bad. But, I should really read all the shards because somebody wrote those. I am so glad they're there. I think it's so cool. But I'm not going to go, I'm not going in here reading all this stuff. I'm going to cut some people in half. I'm going to do some of these weird Sudoku puzzle looking things. These took me forever to figure out, too, before, when I first started the game. That was part of why I wanted to jump into a second playthrough so quickly. I didn't necessarily hit 100% completion. I just got kind of my first natural ending on the first one. And did a lot of the side quests and stuff, but not everything. And, I kind of wanted to come experience the beginning of the game again in a way where I wouldn't be navigating the mechanics as much as I could really enjoy it and really think about the long-term effect of the choices you make. For example, in the prologue with your friend Jackie, who dies in battle tragically. And the choices you have to make about what to do with and for him. That was a huge part of. And now I have, I got his guns now because I made a different choice than I did in my first playthrough. I didn't know you were gonna, I didn't know the end of the prologue when I first played it. There were no spoilers. I was playing it in real time. Who is making all that noise? Somebody is up here grunting. Where is he? I'm gonna kill him. Show me where he is. Oh. I didn't even know all this was up here, y'all. Yeah. You're fine.
According to traditional Christian doctrine, you are going to burn in hell.
That's Skippy, who I went through the whole process with him, which I did. I don't know if I ever did on the full thing, my first playthrough, but. So this is my female corpo playthrough, and Skippy is this gun you get in a side mission, and if you make decisions a certain way, he will eventually default to doing, headshots only. And he talks, and he's like a character, and he's fun. So that's part of the, again, and I'm doing more of this. Why? Why do I feel like I have to do all these? That's my main thing, is the game keeps sucking me in. I don't get frustrated to the point where I have to turn it off and request a refund. And if it's supposed to only get better, I'm super optimistic. Oh, Christ on the cross. You can't get an E9 in this economy. Dirty Fred's stash. Dirty Fred. That mother scratcher? That's, Skippy singing Rihanna. He sings, when you equip him sometimes to keep you entertained. He's also full of fun facts. Ooh. I saved a life right there. See, with these assaults and crimes and stuff that you stumble upon.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, miss. They don't usually give you anything, or you don't really ever talk to them much. But man, if I come up and I am trying to be stealthy and I have to watch them kill him or something, oh, I get upset. I mean, you know, you got to try to be a force of good. I just go in full Spider-Man mode. Was there a Spider-Man game in the last couple of years that was really good? I feel like I had played one recently. Was there one on the PlayStation 4 that was super good? Not the Miles Morales one that's all over TikTok, but before that, I feel like I played one. I feel like I played one on my brother's PS4. That's a fun sentence. On my brother. You know, I had a student once. We were going to read something about a fire that had taken place in someone's home in the story or whatever, and so we wanted to start by putting ourselves in that situation. And so, you know, I asked them, what is something that, you know, if you woke up and there was a fire and you had to, trigger warning, and you had to, you know, grab something that you really wanted to make sure was going to be okay, what's the one thing you would grab? And we were going to write that down and think about it for a minute, probably 90 seconds. And then we were going to share that with our table groups, and then we were going to kind of volunteer some answers, some ideas out loud so that we could really get in the headspace of, okay, the chapter we're going to read today. And this one kid out loud while he's writing says, if my house was on fire, I would save my grandfather's Roku. And I was dead on the floor. I was deceased. I couldn't live any longer. But, you know, you got to be able to stream at the Motel 6. If your house completely burns to the ground, you don't have underwear, you don't have any of your personal belongings, but you got Hulu to go. You don't know what's going to be on that hotel TV. You're lucky if they got Wi-Fi these days, but hotels are crazy. It's $700 a night. Bottles of water are $9. Maids are going to come in at 6 a.m. and they're going to take all the dirty towels and not leave any clean ones. Hotels are done. It's done. It's over. No, I don't want to go meet Takamura right now. Oh, look at this. Some more organized crime. These are really good when you're trying to level up for XP and resources. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff there. Yep, here we go.
Attention all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported at corner of Drake and Cartwright. Tiger Claw gang members suspected of armed robbery and extortion are at the scene. Leader is Mokomichi Yamada, aka Motorboy.
Motorboy!
A reward for the removal of Yamada and his accomplices from the area.
I'm trash. I'm literally dog water. I couldn't aim there to save my own life. Excuse me, sir. I feel like some of these guys have like a deflection or disruptor of the smart link stuff. But sometimes I feel like it goes all around them, but only sometimes. Not like that could have been a dude. Oh, see, now I'm carrying too much stuff while I'm in combat. Here's the. If I didn't enjoy it so much because I have this weird OCD, this part of the game would really wear some people out. But it's not necessarily that it's broken. It's just, you know, you kind of spend a lot of time in here. Maybe that's normal for these games like Fallout or Skyrim or something where there's combat, but there's also this RPG element and it's more detailed that way, which I'm really enjoying here because this kind of marries that with the first-person shooter thing that my, you know, lizard brain really enjoys. I crafted a bunch of great weapons for the wall yesterday too. I'm really trying to go for that weapon wall. Gotta fill that up. We're not keeping trash, people. We need the components. We don't have the space. That's the thing. And enemy weapons fill up your inventory really quick, but you want those components. Really, those resources are invaluable. You do not want to have to duplicate those on your own time, because it's like I run out of the circular, like the purple cylinders, and I run out of the blue, not the cables, but the blue like PCBs looking things, and it's exhausting. Those two things specifically. I'm probably getting low on gold stuff now too. But again, it's compelling. It's not necessarily compelling to stream all the inventory management and all the organization of your fucking backpack, but the process is stimulating, and really trying to keep it organized in a way that works for you. You know, that's an important part of my process in a game like this, and it's part of what kind of keeps me in it, because I'm not just hacking and slashing all day. I have to kind of craft my my resources and my, you know, this playthrough I'm doing a much more balanced character wheel. You can see I cranked up on tech so I could craft legendary stuff. I'm cranking up on intelligence here for some cyberware mods that I didn't get on my first playthrough because I kind of skilled my way away from them. So I went for a more balanced, targeted kind of approach here, and I'm really, really, really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the balance of stealth and combat, and you know, the conversational options are not necessarily worth crafting your character around. Any of the conversational options, I get a lot more corpo options that are helpful than I do, say, intelligence or technical or whatever. But those are fun too. Those are validating to see those. And if you leave something at 3 the whole time, you're never going to get those for that specific skill, and you're going to kind of always wonder what was, is my experience. In my own personal experience. I mean, how often do you have to say that? Do you feel like that's something you have to say all the time now? I'm just talking from experience here. Can we just assume that everyone knows that? I know you can only speak from your experience, and I'd be the first one to tell you if I felt like you were getting out of line. But my God, wouldn't you have to be the one that has to say that all the time? In my own personal, I can only speak from what I personally have seen with my own 2 eyes. And from that, I would gander. Exhausting. You haven't even gotten to the sentence yet. You could just say the thing, but you had. I just had to say a whole paragraph. I forgot what we were even talking about. I'm, you know, still in defense of the game. I feel like I named the title of this stream that on purpose, so I wanted to make sure I brought that home. Anybody else up here? I mean, never stood a chance. I've been, you know, I didn't put anything into cool really my first playthrough, so I didn't get a lot of the cold-blooded. I didn't invest in cold-blooded at all on that playthrough, so this time around I'm trying some of that stuff out. And that includes stuff like these stealth kills and the when the time slows down when an enemy first notices you, and you can try to clear out the issue before that stops. And a lot of fun. Hand-to-hand combat I'm really still working on though. Where's she at? You gotta ping it. You gotta ping it. I upgraded that ping, and I feel like it is working better. Man, I've been trying to do this thing this guy I saw do on YouTube with legendary quick hacks, getting them real quick and good, and that's not been working. I've not been getting a lot of those. I haven't checked today. We'll check. I must be doing something wrong. I must have something set wrong somewhere. But you're supposed to be able to get legendary quick hacks without having to go all the way to that level. Looking for this. And this is one of Jackie's guns, which isn't necessarily groundbreaking as far as damage and stuff goes, but it sets people on fire, and you can put a silencer on it. Watch this. It's great. I like it a lot. And you get 2 of these, so you can put one in your stash wall for completionists like me that really want to fill that thing, and then you can just have one to carry around. It's a gold 45. I put a silencer on it. I mean, I could have one-shot, headshotted her, but I was kind of slipping. When I'm trying to talk to you guys, it's hard for me to play real smooth. You'll notice when it gets real hot and heavy, I'll go dead quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna hack the. Let me see if I have any legendary quick hacks right now. I even bought this this board because he said he was doing it with this one. But all I have is blue, and I have this one. I have these two purple, which are fun. But I want some of that gold stuff. I like seeing the gold stuff. Show me the gold. Okay. So part of why I keep doing these is when you solve these, you get components for those quick hacks, which are like the things where you put the scanner on and I ping it, or you could do all kinds of things. And you get the stuff to do that with from these. But I've been trying to get better stuff, and I thought I was perked out the right way. And I don't think I've been getting the yield that I was promised. See, I got all those components, and let's see if I got any mods from... No, I still got just those two. It's intelligence. Perk. Time. RAM. And I have, I mean... This is the big one. Increasing the chance to acquire a quick hack from an access point by 100%. So I should be getting that. Like, these are all other things. They're all unrelated. Let's go to... Reduces the cost of quick hacks. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, so it has nothing to do with any of this. I mean... To craft them, to unlock that, you have to go all the way down here. And I'm not going to go 20 on intelligence. I don't even think I could at this point. The best I could do would be 19. I'm already locked out. Which is fine. I was thinking 15 and 15 for these. I don't need any more in technical. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know how I'm not getting the... I need some of the... Maybe you can't get them that way now. Maybe they patched some... that's a weird thing to patch. Of all the things to start patching, I'm still getting naked T-poses, and we're patching quick hacks, but, you know, I have updated. I have updated before. But I doubt that's it. I bet it's more of a... Because he wasn't completely sure. He wasn't just getting gold quick hacks all over the place, which are these... Why do I keep getting fucking emails from work? Like, look, guys, I am... It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to reply so polite. So these like all the things I can do with my scanner, and I want the gold ones. And I think maybe it's my level. He may have been level 50. And so we'll see. Do I have anything that's not working? This is all good. Why do I have all this? No, I don't need that. I don't do that. That's just not me. I already have this installed. And see, these components are valuable when I'm looting these like this. That's the thing too. I'm a loot rat. So like I play Apex and stuff, and I'm just grinding and looting, and I'm really only engaging in combat either after I feel really kitted up or if I meet people along the way, because I love landing and finding the stuff, like the cornucopia scene from Hunger Games. It's better in the book. I'm that guy. But no, I mean, you know, same idea in the movie, right? It's like, oh my god, the whole battle royale thing. A big part of that for me is I need to find the backpack with the Uzi and not the fucking hubcap. Did they really give a kid a hubcap in battle royale? The Japanese movie. If you haven't watched it, it's so good. It's so good. If you like, you know, that kind of thing.
Kapoor's son overdosed on glitter.
Glitter?
Heard of it. Hardcore substance circulating on the streets right now.
Holy God.
Arata wants you to go to the lab making it and turn it into a crater. Check the attachment for more intel on Arati and the whole messed up sitch.
He overdosed on glitter. That just... I can't imagine. I want to get down there and quick hack that thing. I don't know why I can see into the basement of a building I can't get into. Oh, this is where I'm going?
Graphite woven for extra durability. Raw fabricated leather shell.
The language on that broad. Can you say broad? Is it the preferred nomenclature? There's usually an alternative access to a building so I don't have to go in there punching people in the face. But I will punch that guy in the face. I mean, if he comes at me the wrong way, if he looks at me cross. Quick save. You want to re-roll for better pants? I bet we can get better pants. So what you do when you find a gold item that you really like is you can quick save, which I do with my F5 button, which I wish I had a controller. I bet you I can assign quick save on this controller somewhere, but I don't really know how to do that. See, now that has a better attachment. It still only has one thing, but I'm not really hurting for pants right now, so I'll let it be what it is. Doors locked. But technically it re-rolls the attachment or the number of attachments on clothing. Like, or, you know, I guess it does it with weapons too. Yeah, those are nice. You know, and it's got a gold component on it now, which I could, you know, I could loot and take and put on something else. I'm still holding out for a decent overture. I got one really early last time, but I'm way earlier in the story now when I'm doing all this open world stuff than I was the first time around. I went farther in the story and did most of my open world stuff right before kind of the point of no return. But I'd rather kind of level up for the story stuff, and so I can, you know, have maximum options for interacting with it. It's kind of my go-through this time around. I feel like I'm talking a lot, but it's also, you know, I was writing for my podcast this morning. I started when I was driving around with my dogs. Oh yeah, I'm a sneaky snake. So this is my scanner thing where I could do those quick hacks. For example, for this one, I'm going to turn off that camera so he doesn't tell people I'm here. And then I can do whatever I want, really, to this guy. I could do all kinds of things. I could breach protocol, cheapens all that stuff. So let's do that while I'm in here, because then everyone that's in here, technically, it'll be cheaper to quick hack. Oh, we need a 1, CE9, BD. Ugh, where are these E9s? Yeah, let's go. And then we'll go boom, 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 honey. Yes, girl. But then I'll probably just come up on him and give him a little stealthy stealth. Ooh, I'm a chiropractor. He's fine. He's going to be fine. Okay, now I'm going to do a little F5 quick save. So you're going to reach all the way to my left, and if my drink is in the way or something, it turns into a whole travesty. I'm going to do a little jacking in. So that's also probably why I'm grinding this out. And this is worth a lot of experience, too. I mean, which in this leveling up process, I mean, you see these are everywhere. And there's a perk where it'll, like, identify those that are nearby. And so, of course, I have that on, and so I can see those really easily, which is probably part of my attraction to them. I'm sure. You can't do that on all these machines, of course, but some of them you can. It's the same thing like with Pokemon Go. Like I played Pokemon Go this morning with my dogs. I hit my streaks every day. I do my research every day. And you would think you'd get tired of it, but it's just got this level of depth and detail that keeps you kind of engaged if it satiates that kind of need in your brain. I think some people do different versions of that. Okay, I got my little, oh yes, honey, Jackie Gleason. What is this here? Who put all these tires in this hallway? That was smooth. I'm a smooth operator. Thank God that camera was pointed that way. He's in another room. Oh, it's just me and you, honey? Oh, I didn't need to do you like that. I'm sorry. I thought it was more dire. And there's that screen I was seeing from the outside that I wanted a quick hack. There's another 2020 rule book. Jacking in. E91C7A. Yeah, I got it right here, girl. And then, see, I usually plan the last one first because it's worth the most. And then I come and I kind of just figure these out. Oh. E9 for sure. But then we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it on that first one. And that's okay. On these kind of ones that are set in the environment like that, it's not... Oh, legendary quick hack components. Always a blessing. It's rare that you clear the whole thing. Breach protocols and stuff, it's easier because they're not as complicated. But on the really hard puzzles like that, it's, you know, I usually try to do the most valuable one, which is usually data mine V3. And then if I can get as much of the other stuff as possible. See, having tech upgraded, there's a lot of doors that you could just open if you have the technical ability. If you're not invested in... I saw a playthrough, a guy was doing a build of his character, you know, which is the big kind of thing, to try all the different options. Ooh, girly girl. Ooh, you need to calm it down, sister. I am not the one today. And he was, like, not doing technical at all. And that's just, I mean, I guess if you're not doing any crafting, if you're only using weapons and loot that you find in the environment, sure. But I like to mix, you know what I mean? Anybody else?
You come out alone. We won't hurt you. I promise.
They don't even really know I'm here. That's the thing, is their kind of AI kind of defaults to, we know you're here somewhere. They don't even know who they're talking to. He didn't even see me, and now his head is gone off his body. So don't come for me. Don't come for me like I'm the problem. Synaptic accelerator was the thing I was referring to earlier. That, you know, allows for your little... it's like bullet time in Max Payne. Oh, I wonder if I could get the first Max Payne somewhere to play. And, or like Hitman. Some of the Hitman games had different versions of that. Splinter Cell. There's another camera. There's a whole... That's that dude that's yelling. And we go and turn off that camera. How do I get in there, though? Oh, there's a doorway. Oh, yeah. Okay, so somebody overdosed on glitter, which seems to be some kind of drug. I would totally get addicted to glitter. Just if you were saying, man, you want to go snort some glitter, I'd be like, baby, done, honey. So we gotta make sure we take such a tempting drug targeted, obviously, to effeminate children off the street. We're gonna destroy the equipment. We're gonna shut down this glitter lab. Glitter Lab would be a great band name. I'm in bands with worse names than that. And E9. And girl. Yes.
Someone's here. I can feel it.
There we go. I was like, what is happening? Is it me? Trying to turn it off like manually, but it wasn't popping up. Who is still here? And see, these are totally optional. You don't have to do these at all if they're not your thing. So I'm sorry if this annoys you, but the resources are valuable. Okay, so we're doing 55, 1C, BD, 1C. Oh. See, now this is when they get you. I don't have 7As. Can I do a 55? We'll do that one. It's like poker. It's like some kind of shitty poker. Oh, they found a But who found the body is what I'm saying, because I don't even know anybody that's here. Like, where is he? I hear him screaming. Sir, will you quit screaming? There he is. I don't even know how to get over there. Y'all got all this mess. You got all these shelves in the hallway. How do I even get to where he is? It's all right, sir. You stay put. I'm coming. It's all right. I'm gonna get you.
Where you got to, coward?
Now we gotta go destroy the equipment that makes the glitter. Save the children. How? How do I destroy it? Easy enough. The Heisenberg principle. See, a lot of missions are named things that are fun homages to stuff. Borderline copyright questionable. But that's not my role. That is not my job. You bet your ass I wish to proceed. And see, when these assaults and stuff get jumbled like this, that's when you want to go do those. Knock those out, honey. Do yourself a favor. I'll probably end on those two for this one. And then I didn't end up getting to my Destroy All Humans the other day. Gotta get some of that in this weekend.
No more lab, just like the doctor ordered. Of course, let's not kid ourselves. Glitter's here to stay. But at least we hit the fuckers making it where it hurts.
Yeah, I agree, Regina.
Oh, one last thing. Arati asked me to thank you. Said she's very grateful. So thanks. Catch you later.
Oh, you can't double jump on the phone. Ooh, leveling up. Oh, well, we got an assault in progress. They're already shooting, which is a bad sign. I was really holding out for that one. I got that one. We'll wait on that. I'm going to double jump up this wall here.
No, it don't make sense.
You go, go.
And that's why Skippy is awesome. I got the smart link. You're fine, baby. You're good. Everything's great. We saved the day. Ooh, sorry, sir.
Enough of punks like you.
Buddy, it was an accident, sir.
The hell was that for?
It was an accident. I'm looting. You gotta do the loot scoot boogie. My goodness. And then you gotta open the box. Case closed. What's this? Can I have this? Yes, please.
You're just gonna sit there forever.
Who, me? Sir. Stay in your lane. Oh. Oh, yeah. See, when you can totally clear it like that, that's when it's Gucci Gucci. Ooh, what bodies? And then we got another one right here. I mean, it's almost... If you got two crimes that close together, can't you call it one crime? For the paperwork, I'm thinking. Just from a clerical perspective. They're separated by this massive block of buildings. Regina sent me a text message. Glitter. More like an email, really. It's got a subject. You ever get a text message from somebody with a subject? That's hilarious. Like an old dude will send you a text message and say, subject, Friday night. Whoa.
Caught me a rat.
Just punching them out. Just doing a little punching. Sir, excuse me. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior? Boom.
Don't stop.
Thank you, Skippy. Done. I mean, you see how fun that is? The XP game is wait for the XP to hit. Is it coming? We got new shards. Guns and loot. Euro dollars even. That could be a critique, though, that it's promoting some sort of a universal currency. Some sort of globalization of finance. I don't really remember the backstory. It's like 50 years from now, but there was like a nuclear crisis. I don't remember. People are getting all these biomods. Let's clean up some of this backpack, honey. I don't like to start a stream with a dirty backpack, so let's take care of it now. Be kind and rewind. I wasn't keeping any purple at this point, just because I just have viable. Do I have a gold? I do have a gold carnage. That's a fun. That is fun. These are fun to use. Maybe I'll set myself up to do a little of that. A little less sword. Oh, a monkey wrench? Socket wrench. My bad. I think that was a monkey wrench. I'm not going to claim to be the authority on wrenches. Do I have perps? Oh, girl. We got perps. And we know how to use them. Perfect. Let's do a quick save. Let's see where our next waypoint's going to be. We got a crime. We got to go solve here, and we'll also probably go up and get that tarot card when we come back, team.